As this is the last podcast before the public inquiry resumes on the 4th, 5th and 6th of August, I thought I would leave you with something a little different. A few years ago, I wrote a poem inspired by the Vagina Monologues, the groundbreaking work by Eve Ensler, now known as V. That work gave voice to women's experience in a way that challenged people all over the world at the time. This is not part of that work, nor am I claiming it to be. It is entirely my own rewrite, using a similar style and structure to tell a very different story. Mine is about the land, about what it feels like to stand and watch a living landscape opened before your eyes. It was written from a place of heartbreak, anger and fierce protectiveness. Some of the language is deliberately uncomfortable. It reflects what many of us felt as we witnessed exploratory drilling in the Spurn Mountains. It should not be taken as a judgment on men, quite the opposite. Throughout this campaign, I've been privileged to stand shoulder to shoulder with remarkable, gentle men. Fathers, sons, husbands, farmers, scientists, lawyers, musicians and friends, whose courage, kindness and commitment have inspired me. You know who you are, and you are deeply appreciated. I've chosen the linocut of a Sheela by Valerie Whitworth to accompany this poem. Sheela are among Ireland's oldest and most mysterious figures, often understood as symbols of the sacred feminine and the life-giving power of the earth. I was there when the earth gouged open. We were all there, my daughter, my friend and I, and the miner from Canada with his big drill, up there in that hole, gouging and grinding with his rubber boots on as he talked casually to us, like he was turning on a loaded tap. I was there at the time when the miners made us crawl on all fours, made unfamiliar shouts leak out of our pores, and still there after hours when sirens screamed suddenly, wild, our arms striking at the electric air. I was there when that opening changed from a shy hidden portal to a destructive ingress, a non-sacred vessel, a river of sticks, a deep shaft with tiny bits of gold inside, waiting to be devoured. I saw the colours of her earth. They changed. Saw the bruised broken blue, the blistering tomato red, the grey pink, the dark. Saw the oil-like perspiration along the edges. Saw the yellow, white liquid, the shit, the lumps pushing out all the holes, pushing harder and harder. Saw through the hole, the mine face, scratches of black. Saw it just there, behind the digger. A hard, sharp memory, as the miner from Canada kept turning and turning his slippery drill. I was there when all of us earth protectors and I held the line and spread wide, pushing with all our strength against them, pushing, and the police sternly counting 1, 2, 3, telling us to behave better. We looked into her then. We couldn't get our eyes out of that place. We forget the earth. What else would explain our lack of awe, our lack of wonder? I was there when the miner reached in with his Alice in Wonderland grab claws. And there, as that hole became a wide operatic mouth, vomiting with all its strength. First the little loads, then the great greasy trucks, then the fast running water flowing quickly into the weeping ponds. I was there later when I just turned and faced her hole. I stood and let myself see her all spread, completely exposed, mutilated, swollen and torn, oozing all over the miner's hands, who was calmly drilling her there. I stood, and her vulva suddenly became a wide, red, pulsing heart. The heart is capable of sacrifice. So is the vulva. The heart is able to forgive and repair. It can change its shape to let us in. It can expand to let us out. So can the vulva. It can ache for us and stretch for us and die for us and bleed us into this difficult, wondrous world. I was there at the time. I remember. I'll be taking a short break from the podcast, and I'll be back when the public inquiry resumes on the 4th, 5th and 6th of August. Until then, thank you for listening. Thank you for walking this road with me, and thank you for caring so deeply about this extraordinary place we call home.